Hare Krishna, welcome to Ved Sarthi. My name is Sachi. Today we are going to learn Bhagavad Gita verses from 1.3 to 1.6. Verse 1.3. Pashyatam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahatim Chamom Vyurham Drupad Putrena Tav Shishyena Dhimata. Pashya, behold, Etam, this, Pandu Putranam, of the sons of Pandu, Acharya, O teacher, Mahatim, great, Chamum, military force, Vyudham, arranged, Drupad Putrena, by the son of Drupad, Tava, your Shishyena, disciple, Dhimata, very intelligent. Translation. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupad. Verse 1.4. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjun Samayudhi Yuyudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharatha. Atra, here, Shura, heroes, Maheshwasa, mighty bowmen, Bhimarjun, to Bhim and Arjun, Sama, equal, Yudhi, in the fight, Yuyudhanaha, Yuyudhan, Virataha, Virat, Cha, also, Drupadaha, Drupad, Cha, also, Maharathaha, great fighter. Translation. Here in this army, there are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhim and Arjun. Great fighters like Yuyudhan, Virat, and Drupad. Verse 1.5. Drishtaketu Chekitanaha Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojascha Shabyascha Narpungavaha. Drishtaketu, Drishtaketu. Chekitanaha, Chekitan. Kashirajaha, Kashiraj. Cha, also. Viryavan, very powerful. Purujit, Purujit. Kunti Bhojaha, Kunti Bhoj. Cha, and. Shabyaha, Shabya. Cha, and. Narpungava, hero in human society. Translation. There are also great heroic powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chekitan, Kashiraj, Purujit, Kunti Bhoj, and Shabya. Verse 1.6. Yudhamanyusha Vikranta Uttam Mojasha Viryavan Swabhadro Draupadeyasha Sarva Eva Maharathaha. Yudhamanyu, Yudhamanyu. Cha, and. Vikrantaha, mighty. Uttamojaha, Uttamoja. Cha, and. Viryavan, very powerful. Swabhadraha, the son of Subhadra. Draupadeyaha, the sons of Draupadi. Cha, and. Sarve, all. Eva, certainly. Maharathaha, great chariot fighters. Translation. There are the mighty Yudhamanyu, the very powerful Uttamoja, the son of Subhadra, and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. Now in these verses, basically, Duryodhan is describing the key warriors in the Pandavas' army. So we have listed these names of the warriors in the table. So we are going to name them one by one. In Bhagavad Gita 1.3, Duryodhan talks about the son of Drupad. So son of Drupad is Drishtadyumna. And the adjective used here is Dhimata, very intelligent. So Drishtadyumna was a student of Dronacharya and the son of King Drupad. King Drupad had political quarrel with Dronacharya. Drupad performed a great sacrifice through which he was blessed with son Drishtadyumna, who was to later kill Dronacharya. Next, in Bhagavad Gita 1.4, you can see that this verse, begins with Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjun Samayudhi. Duryodhan is using two adjectives which we must understand. The one adjective is Shuraha, means heroes. Maheshwasa. Maheshwasa means the great warriors who have bows that cannot be cut down by enemy. Okay. Bhimarjun Samayudhi. So he has compared the power of these warriors with Bhim and Arjun. Now the names of these warriors. Yuyudhan. Yuyudhan or Satyaki was a Yadav prince. He was a great warrior, a close friend and ally of Lord Krishna. Virat. King Virat or Matsya Raj ruled over Matsya kingdom, where Pandavas took shelter in their incognito exile. Pandavas, in their Agyatvas, took shelter in the kingdom of King Virat. Then Drupad. King Drupad ruled over the Panchal kingdom. His daughter Draupadi was married to the 5 Pandava brothers. His sons Drishtadyumna and Shikhandi played significant role in the Kurukshetra war. So the adjective used here is great fighters, Maharatha. Next, in verse 1.5, Drishtaketu. Drishtaketu, the king of Chedi, was the elder son of Shishupal, a cousin of Lord Shri Krishna. Today, this kingdom falls in the Bundelkhand division of Madhya Pradesh. Then Chekitan. Chekitan was the son of Drishtaketu and grandson of Shishupal. He was the king of the Kekayas and an ally of Pandavas. The current Chhat Gotra of Jats in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab are believed to have originated from Chekitan. Then Kashiraj. Kashiraj was the king of Kashi, present-day Varanasi. The adjective used for these three is Viryavan, very powerful or courageous. Then Purujit and Kunti Bhoj. Purujit and Kunti Bhoj were brothers of Kunti, the mother of Pandavas, and were thus maternal uncles of Pandavas. Shabya. Shabya was the king of Shibi. He was the father-in-law of Maharaj Yudhishthir and was recognized as a powerful, heroic warrior. Narpungava is the adjective used here that means best among men. Next, in verse 1.6, Yudhamanyu, Uttamoja. So Yudhamanyu and Uttamaja were also the sons of King Drupad and brothers of Draupadi. So for Yudhamanyu, the adjective used is Vikrant, valiant. Uttamoja, that's Viryavan, very powerful and brave. Then Saubhadra. Saubhadra refers to the son of Subhadra. Abhimanyu. Maharatha, the adjective Maharatha, great chariot fighter. And Draupadaya. Draupadaya means the 5 sons of Draupadi. Prativindya, Shrutsen, Shrutkirti, Satanika, and Shrutkarma. Again here adjective Maharatha, great chariot fighters. Basically, you know, this adjective of Maharatha, this applies to all the warriors that have been described in these verses. And what is the meaning of Maharatha? Maharatha is one who can fight alone with 10,000 archers, who is expert in both weapons and scriptures. Then Athiratha is one who fights with unlimited troops. Rathi, one who fights with one opponent. And Ardharatha, one who cannot deal with just one opponent alone. So one who is less capable than, you know, Rathi. So that is actually Ardharatha. That cannot, you know, withstand just one opponent. Now from the commentary by Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, we have taken this statement here that the word Cha in Bhagavad Gita 1.6 indicates the presence of other fighters like Ghatotkach. Okay. Now we are going to understand these set of verses in the Dua analysis format. Discover, understand, and apply. Bhagavad Gita 1.3, the first half of the shlok. Pashyatam Pandu Putranam, Acharyam Hatim Chamum. Oh my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu. So here, you know, Duryodhana is telling Dronacharya to look at the great army of the Pandavas. What do we understand with this? As an expert politician, Duryodhana is trying to make Dronacharya angry by saying that Dronacharya's dear Pandavas had shown their disrespect and arrogance by coming up with their army to fight against their guru. Right? So he's trying to make Dronacharya angry so that he's not lenient with the Pandavas, because Duryodhana knows very well that Dronacharya is affectionate towards Pandavas. And if he shows his affection, then it will not be beneficial for Duryodhana and they will lose the war. So that is why he's trying to make Dronacharya angry. Next, Vyudham Drupad Putrena Tav Shishyena Dhimata, expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupad. Here Duryodhana points out Dronacharya's mistake of revealing all military secrets to Drishtadyumna, who was born to kill Dronacharya. Duryodhana addressed Drishtadyumna as son of Drupad so that he could remind Dronacharya of his past enmity with Drupad. Now, what is the story behind this? I will briefly talk about the story behind the relationship of Dronacharya and Drupad. So, Dronacharya and Drupad, when they were young, they attended the same Gurukul. Although, you know, they were from different backgrounds, because Dronacharya was son of a poor Brahmin, whereas Drupad was a prince. But out of, you know, love for Dronacharya, Drupad once told him that when he will inherit kingdom from his father, he will give half of the kingdom to Drona. And Drona actually took his friend's word to heart. And after they graduated and Drona entered his grihast life, he found his son, because he was very poor, he found his son crying for milk. Drona was so poor that he could not afford to buy milk for his child. And what was the name of the child of Dronacharya? You must be knowing Ashwathama. Okay. Then, looking at that, condition, he remembered Drupad's promise and he thought that why not, I visit my friend and beg a cow from him. So he was, Dronacharya was very satisfied Brahmin. He simply, thought that he can just beg a cow from his dear friend Drupad so that he is able to arrange milk for his son. When Drona arrived at Drupad's palace, he was not properly received. And Drupad said, that am I your friend? Friendship can only be recognized among equals, and get out of here. So, Drupad did not behave, properly with Dronacharya. So Drona thought that he will take revenge. Later, when Dronacharya got opportunity to train both Kaurav and Pandava princes in the military science, then he asked them for Guru Dakshina. And what was the Guru Dakshina? He said, go and capture Drupad and bring him before me. Then Kauravas offered to try first, but Drupad easily, defeated them and sent them back to Drona. Then Arjun came forward. And other Pandavas also joined him. They attacked Drupad's kingdom, and then Arjun captured Drupad and bound Drupad in ropes after, a very, very fierce battle that took place between them. And he carried Drupad to Dronacharya's feet. Dronacharya then took half of Drupad's kingdom and thus made Drupad his enemy. Now, because of this quarrel, Drupad performed a great sacrifice to receive the benediction of having a son who would be able to kill Dronacharya. And that son was Drishtadyumna. Then Drishtadyumna was entrusted to Dronacharya to get trained in military education. And Dronacharya, although he perfectly knew that, Drishtadyumna is born to kill him, as a liberal Brahmin, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets. Okay, so that is why, here Duryodhan is telling his guru Dronacharya that you are a fool. You taught all these secrets to Drishtadyumna, even though you knew very well that Drishtadyumna is born to kill you. And see, your student Drishtadyumna, very intelligently, he took all the knowledge from you to kill you. And now he's standing in the opposite army. So here, Duryodhan is doing fault finding in his guru. So that, the people who have demoniac, asuri mentality, they actually find faults in guru. So this is also one of the understanding here. And next, in all these verses, 1.3 to 1.6, Duryodhan has described the great warriors on the side of Pandavas. So basically, as we, studied in verse 1.2 also, that Duryodhan was fearful upon seeing the army of the Pandavas. But being political, he tried to hide that fear and pretended that he's personally, visited Guru Dronacharya out of respect. But his fear is now being revealed in these verses. How would you apply all these, the understanding of these verses? We should be always, we should be respectful to our Guru. We must not find faults in Guru. It is aprad doing, fault finding in Guru. And we must always be ready to serve Guru and not use Guru for our sense gratification. Because here Duryodhan is manipulating. Duryodhan is playing politics with his Guru to get the best out of him so that he is able to gratify his senses. And then we must not be envious with Krishna Bhakta, because here, Duryodhan is very, very envious of Pandavas, right? Since, when they were young, they studied together. There were instances where Duryodhan tried to harm, and specifically with Bhim. He had a lot of enmity with Bhim. So many times, he tried to kill Bhim while in fact they were young. So that enviousness should not be there. So we have to be very careful. So this kind of attitude is Asuri. And Asuri mentality person is always envious of Krishna and Krishna Bhakta. we have to introspect and check if knowingly or unknowingly, are we becoming envious to a Krishna Bhakt, or are we becoming envious to Krishna? If it is so, then we must correct ourselves. That is all for today. So we'll close the session. We dedicate all these videos to our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.